What's up, guys? It's Fame. Today I'll be bringing you out a pretty quick video for those of you that like to know how to start out a city here and earn upwards of $10,000 an hour just to get started, get yourself moving. Here you go. Real quick, we're going to do rapid fire here. Let's go ahead and start. A lot of you guys will start off with like dirt roads and all that. I don't play that. I dive right into the medium density. Let's go ahead and start out. Let's check our wind direction. We got our wind over there, so we'll make our small amount of industrial out that way, and let's see what we're gonna get going here. All right, let's see here. Bam, 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 bam. Start off with some power. I'm going to do it quick. We're going to do it quick, everybody. We're going to do it quick. Wow, plenty of water out this way. We'll dump the sewage down over here somewhere. Alright, good. Alright, well, let's speed this up just a tad. Now, this is my region here that you guys have seen all of my other videos on, my international airport, my arcology. You can't really see them out that way, but this is that same region. Just starting off kind of off to the side here just for information purposes. This is a good way to get a little city started for those of you that are kind of wondering, how to play, or I know a lot of you are still getting the game. Let's see, what are they bickering about? Power plant hiring. Okay, well, yeah, we need a few residents to come into town before we can get going really. Town hall, not even approved yet. We don't even have anybody. I typically like to lay commercial zones in between where they're going to work and where they're going to live. I've just noticed that usually is the best way to go about it. It depends on what you're really shooting for. But let's go ahead and let's just get some people in here, and then we'll worry about everything else. We're already making $80 an hour. This I'm going to wait on because it does cost about $200 an hour. We'll wait on that a little bit. What the hell is this guy talking about here? We need a place to shop. Yeah, no clue, buddy. Alright, let's see here. Let's see. Let's put a little bit more. We're going to make a little bridge over here. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead with that. This will be our little bit of shopping over in this area here. And that's probably going to be where our crime is going to start too. Because as soon as you get commercial areas, that's as soon as you're going to start getting crime. Commercial equals crime. Always remember that. Industrial too, but mainly commercial. Oops. Let's go ahead and get back on the regular roads. Find my grids. I'm not OCD like a lot of you guys. I mean, no city is perfectly in line and all that. I mean, you gotta expect there to be some variations in nature. I mean, everything can't be perfect. I mean, some of you guys I watch on here, and it's kind of crazy. Oh, I am running low on money. Let's take out a little bit of a loan here. Let's raise our taxes. I usually start everybody off at 10. I think that's kind of a good place to start. And we'll do a $50,000 grant just to get started here. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's get our bridge. Wow, $10,000 for that bridge, huh? What a ripoff. Anyway, let's go ahead. We'll do low density for right now for the industrial. This is going to be where a lot of the factories are. And like I said, it's the most important tip I have. Wind speed. Make sure you put your industrial or your power plant or whatever have you near the edge of the map, blowing away from the residents. If not, you're just gonna create additional issues. All right, so look, as you can see here, I mean, we're already making close to $2,000 an hour. People are happy. What am I leaving out here? Garbage service. Let's see. Got close to 2,000 people. I should probably plop one of these down. Let's see. Let's extend this road out a little bit here. For those of you that haven't seen my other videos, I definitely suggest if you're going to start off with a great work, to start off with the solar farm. It's by far the easiest. It requires the least amount of resources. It's quick, and it'll give you a good idea of what to expect with the other great works. I'm hoping that that EA comes out with some patches, which I'm sure they will if you just look at what they've done as far as the Sims games. You know, some patches with additional great works and additional items. I really do hope that they do that. Now, alright, so let's think of a little game plan here. Now, we're trying to make as much per hour as we can, therefore you're gonna need as much industrial as you can. In order to fulfill the industrial, let's go ahead and let's get a trade depot here, because that's really what you're gonna need for your freight. And you can see they're already happy. So let's go down here. Whoops. Let's go down here. Let's edit this. Close now hiring. Alright. So we're going to just freight lots. So let's say 2, 3, and then, I don't know if those of you that don't know, you can actually topple the one that it comes with, which will give you another one. Well, I guess I probably didn't have to do that, but, okay. Alright, looking good, looking good. We're up to 2,200 an hour. We're still moving along. How long has it been? It's been a couple game days. No big deal. Unemployment crisis. There are more workers than there are jobs. Alright, good, good, good. That's what I want to hear. Now let's go ahead. Let's build a few more lots here as far as... Alright, let's go. Industrial. Good. And we can put some here. We could always topple it later. Alright, let's just go ahead and take a look at this. Let's see here. Alright, so we got, well, this is my region, but we got close to 5,000 people in the city already. Looking good. And this is what I usually like to look at. Unfilled jobs. So we got some unfilled mid-wealth jobs, meaning we need some mid-wealth residents. So let's pick a little spot here that we're going to go ahead, create a few mid-wealth residents. Let's see, it's a little nature pond, stick it right out over here. So now this little area over here, in my hopes, is going to become a little bit medium wealth, is going to help us with that little job crisis that we have. As you can see here, good for medium wealth. So it'll take some time, but let's keep our eye on that. Alright, next, we're good on power, right? Yeah, we're good on water. Actually, power, we're probably going to, let's just add another windmill here. This is definitely the best power plant to start off with if I had to recommend one of them. The wind power plant. No pollution, it's quick. Water good, sewage good. We're going to still wait on that. Not necessary, especially if you have other cities in the region that are fulfilling, you know, the different departments. So if you've got another city somewhere with a Department of Education and another city with a Department of Transportation, then you don't really, I'm not going to say you don't need it, but it's kind of irrelevant at this point. Alright, fires are probably going to come to the industrial area, so let's put that right in the middle there. So that's good. That's definitely, of the 3, police, fire, and hospital, I would definitely suggest fire first. You're going to definitely have fires to start off with prior to having crime problems. I guarantee you that. Alright, so we're up to 3,300 an hour. We're looking good. Like I said, our goal is to get $10,000 an hour to start and then sit on it. And just make as much money as you can for as long as you can and save up for whatever city specialization that you're going to have. Alright, so we're looking good. Close to 5,000 residents. You can see there's a lot of commercial demand, but more importantly, there's a lot more industrial demand. So let's go ahead, let's add even more industrial. I know it seems kind of crazy, but we've got 5,000 residents. So let's go ahead, let's put a little bit more industrial over here. Good. Okay. So now we're looking, residential demand is going down, commercial is going up a tad. Let's see, I got a little bit more here. What did that say? Unemployment crisis. Alright, so we're looking good. We got some more factories going in. We got some more. Let's see, where are we going to go next? We got our fire department. We're good. We've got to get a clinic in there. We're about to start having 6 Sims. Let's see. Let's go ahead and let's get a little... Where can we put this? That would be the best. It's right down there in the middle there. Alright, so now we've got fire. We've got health. Only thing left is to save here for a little bit longer and get a police station. And for the most part, we should be kind of good. I mean, then you can start adding your schools. You know, you can move on to that. But for right now, we're looking pretty good. I know it seems extremely basic, but like I said, we're trying to get as much dollars per hour as we can to start off. This way we can just let it run, let it run, let it run. Then we'll work on city specializations. This guy here is going to ask for schools. City's kind of dumpy. If we had a good education system, we might be able to attract more wealthy Sims. Okay, so yeah, ask later. Let's see where we're at here. Alright, so no demands for anything. We're looking good. Got $15,000 or 50,000 simoleons. Harper Plain, this is one of my other cities. Dump volunteers of Sawyer Crossing. I guess I'm Sawyer Crossing. Okay. This is a big time pollute area here. Let's zoom in. We want a place to ship our freight. Well, that's mainly why I put this here. We might need another trade depot because they're going to holler if they don't get what they want. Trade depots are definitely the quickest way. A lot of you underestimate trade depots and how much they're actually going to help your industry. I mean, you gotta believe me, they're going to help. I promise. So let's go and let's put another trade depot. Let's see. Let's see if we can squeeze one in over here. I don't think we'll be able to. No. Let's see. Wow, look at this traffic that I got built on this little bridge over here. My goodness. What a mess. Wow. That's one thing in this game that I think they should have worked on. You know, if you think back to the other SimCities, they had subway. You were able to add highways. This game here, I mean, I hope they start adding stuff because all you can really add are just roads and avenues. I mean, come on now. I mean, you should be able to put at least a subway, help out your transportation, monorails. There's so many different things you should be able to add, but hopefully they will. Hopefully they'll add it. All right, we're closing in on $4,000 an hour. Let's go ahead and build a police station because this is it's going to start to become an issue if we don't do it now. And definitely, I don't want to put it right next to the police station, but you're going to have your most crime right in this area here. I guarantee it. When these buildings start to expand, you're going to have your most crime. So let's go ahead and put that there. And we're looking good. Attractive new homes on sale for the city. See your local. Let's check our medium wealth area here. Well, it looks still slummy to me if I had to guess. So we got 312 unfilled medium wealth jobs. Huh. 5 patients. This is my space center construction. I have another space center in another region that's complete, but I'm working on another one here. It should help the education in my area. Let's see what we got going here. Fire coverage. No, I'm not going to spend my money on that yet. Another thing you want to know is that this area here is going to stick to, for the most part, medium wealth jobs, medium to low wealth. As soon as you add either a university or if, let's say I were to put a community college right here, this is all, the tech area is going to start going through the roof. And that's when you start going to get those hazmat fires that they're talking about. So be cautious because as soon as you add a university or as soon as you add a community college near your industry, is when you're going to start getting hazmat fires. And that's not what most people are ready to handle. I want to throw a giant park party. I would not recommend doing that because your whole town is going to turn into garbage. Yeah, I kind of agree with that as far as the bus station. Let's see if we can add a quick small little bus station here. Shuttle bus depot. Let's just stick it right here. We'll add just one bus slot for now. It should be more than enough. And then some bus stops. So we'll do a bus stop here. We'll do a bus stop here. We'll do one here. I always wondered if it matters what side of the road you put them on. Like, if I put everything on the one side of the road, I wonder if that causes additional traffic because the pedestrians have to cross. I don't know, I've always wondered that. But alright, so we're good on that. We're starting to get even more traffic, as you can see. They supposedly had fixed the bus system in the last update, but I don't really see a difference. I still think it's kind of crappy, if you ask me. We got pedestrians all over the place. Okay, so we're looking for the most part pretty good. Let's check our unfilled jobs again. 232, that's a problem. Have your buses make 0 trips in a day. Alright, well, that must not be too hard to make 0 trips in a day. That makes no sense whatsoever. I smell smoke. These bell towers usually help a little bit as far as the response time. Alright, so let's branch out a little bit here. We need a little bit more residential. Quickly. This is going to be... Try not to pay mind of me having these other cities. This is kind of like a good tutorial for those of you that are starting out, that need kind of like an anchor city that's going to start off with making money. There's no oil, I don't think, under this town. Let's see if there's any ore. Wow, there's lots of ore. We can actually start... Might not be a bad idea. Some coal over there. That might be. Let's see what we got over here. Because coal mines are, for the most part, pretty cheap to operate. Let's see. Where's that show? It's going down, man. Let's see. Wow, I put that garbage plant right. I should have checked that first. Let's see here. Alright. I know I was leaning towards 10,000 an hour, but I mean this would be a good way to... Let's wait on that. So we got ore and coal into the city, which is good, but let's wait on that. Alright, so medium wealth. I don't know why I'm not getting any medium wealth over here. What is going on here? Let's put that in. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now, as you guys can see, now you're getting some medium wealth construction. Everyone's not living in a little shack now. Now we got a few houses going up. And my guess is now our medium wealth unfilled jobs, you notice that was 300 and something. Now look, I mean now we're starting to plummet. And the ideal point in any city is to have no unemployment. Because you have no employment, you got all your residents are making money, all your residents are happy, and there's no jobs, there's no factories that are going to shut down and say, you know, need workers, or, you know, no place to ship their freight. You know, those messages will start to diminish. I have 80 visitors. I wonder what they're coming to visit. I don't understand that one. There's nothing here. But it's great that we've got a fire station now. Yeah, I bet it is. I bet it is pretty great that you now have a fire station. Let's check our here. Police, industry. So you can see we're making almost just as much in our industrial as we are in our commercial. Now, let's see. What can we add here? 3,500 an hour. I'd say we can probably... They're not going to stop, are they? No, I do not want to run a fireworks show. It's just going to cause constant... This is Mr. Vu, right? No thanks. Let's see. I know we're looking good. I mean, I'm up to 43,000. I mean, this is... I have no idea what those guys are doing, but... Let's see. Let's just add a few more roads here. Let's add like a nice little roundabout. Let's see. How can we do this here? Make it look a little... That looks retarded. That looks kind of stupid, but... We're going to make this high wealth over here. So we got medium wealth, and we got low wealth through here, and we're going to make some high wealth over here. Alright, and then let's go ahead and let's slap some parks down. Plaza, let's put one of these, and one of these. Now look at that. Okay. Shocking murder. And this is actually rubbing off on these commercial buildings too. Look at all those moving trucks. You got to be conscious too. If you constantly are putting in new zones, you got to kind of give it a chance to build. You got to give it a chance to build up, because if you constantly putting them in, you're going to have traffic problems regarding the moving trucks, and it's best to kind of let them develop on their own. And then once they're built, move on, you know. Let's do some trees in here. That's what I usually like to do. High wealth people like trees. And then we're going to have to add a school. And then we're going to be on what you call self-sustain mode, where we're going to just kind of sit on the money for a little bit. What would be a good place for a school? Let's see here. Go right here. Bam. Bam. Whoops. Bam. Bam. Why is it? Bam. Bam. Alright, everyone's happy. Everyone's happy. Oh, we gotta put one out here. Alright, everyone's happy. Everyone's gonna go to school now. Let's see what they're bickering about here. Probably need more buses. Having to turn passengers away. Well, I bet. I have 15 more shuttle bus passengers. So, I got 5,100 residents, and 1,600 of them ride the bus. So, let's add a couple more, and we should get a lot more of those cars off the road. Now we're pushing up into 4,000 an hour, which is good. Let's check again our... So we got unfilled low-wealth jobs, which leads me to believe I should build some industry. And also, these roads here, like this road here, this is probably going to need to be a road that needs to be upgraded. Mainly because you're going to start dealing... Let's see. Alright, let's expand these out. Bam. Oops. That's actually going to ruin me. Let's go and try that one more time here. Okay, good. Alright, industry. Alright. Looking good. Alright, now our industry is going through the bottom. Now let's see, as far as commercial, I guarantee all these commercial buildings are doing really well. Because there's not too many of them. You know, as soon as you start flooding your cities, and I've run into that problem too, where you flood your cities with commercial because you want the skyscrapers, you want the tourism, but all that's going to end up doing is leading to crime and abandoned buildings. Because unless you have some ridiculous amount of people living in your city, the amount of commercial that you need really should be, I'd say, 25% of your residential. So here, you know, I don't know. I'm probably close to maybe 15-20% of between residential and commercial. At least that's just how I like to do it. I don't know the science of it. You know, I'm sure I'm going to be getting some people in the comments below saying that I don't know what I'm talking about, and you know, but you know, whatever. It's how I play the game. This is the way I'm showing you guys how to do it. So, it's up to you guys. That's just what makes the game good, because you can play however you want. I'm just showing you how I play it. So, I guess we can do a little bit. Oops. I guess we can do a little bit more residential out here. And let's see. Now we got to check our school, because what will end up happening is they're going to get overcrowded in this school. See, now we already 150 of 150 students yesterday, so that leads me to believe I'm going to have to add another module here. If not, come tomorrow, they're going to be turning students away, and that's not what we want. There's 629. What did I say? 629 or 639 students, and only 150 of them were taught. The less students, the less educated your Sims are, the more crime, the more fires. It's just going to lead to issues. You're going to need to invest more money in your police force. So I definitely recommend going the education route when you can. Looks like we got some real nice houses coming in over here. Let's see what else we got here. So trash looks good. Let's see. Probably could put City Hall in if we wanted to. Huh. So 320 of 404. Should probably add another garbage truck. So that one lonely garbage truck driver isn't, God forbid he were to call out of work sick, we'd have some real issues. A couple more lots there. Recycling usually come later in the city when you get up to 50,000 residents or so. That's usually when I try to turn to the recycling, because a lot of the ritzy people, like these ritzy folks, they all recycle. And then if you don't have your recycling center, come, I don't know, maybe 10 game days from now, they're going to start saying, you know, oh, I wish there was a place to recycle in this town. The garbage is piling up. Garbage in their mind is plastic bottles, I guess. I don't know, but let's see here. Whoops. Let's see. Okay, add a little bit more out over here. And now you got to mind you, I'm adding more residential, so I got to make sure I'm adding my school bus stops out here too. If not, then these punk kids out here aren't going to go to school, which they probably enjoy the fact that they're not going to have to go to school, but that's not on my watch. You know, not on my watch. All right, and we're trickling up here. I mean, we're up to 5,000 an hour, and I mean, this is a time where now you're self-sustained. You know, you got everything you need. You got your police, you got your fire, you got your hospital, you got your school, you got a little bus depot going, you got your power, water, actually. I'm probably going to have to keep an eye on that. No, we're still good on that. You got your power, got your water, got your sewage. So you are good. You're golden right now. Now, if you really wanted to, you can kind of just sit on this here. This is what I've done to kind of get an idea, to save up some money. This way you can tap into your city specialization. Because your city specialization is going to cost a lot of money to start up, but it could be profitable. That's why I kind of preach in all my videos. Now, this city here, mind you, we looked earlier. We have coal, which would be a good city specialization for this. Would be like a nice little coal start. You know, you get your coal power or your coal power plant, your coal mine. You plop it down here. You get some trade depots, and you start exporting. That's a good way to make money. We got ore here too. We can get the ore. There's a lot of ore. I mean, I would definitely, if you know, we'll save this for another tutorial video, but ore is plentiful here. I mean, you could probably drill for ore in this game until you want to start another city. You have enough ore here forever. Smelting factory. Once you got your coal and your ore, you can smelt metal and alloy, and that's where your money is really going to come. So you plop down a coal plant. You start with that. Then you plop down maybe a couple ore plants. You start with that. You lay down some trade depots and you get your smelting factory. Before you know it, that's going to probably cost you maybe $200,000 to get that all up and running. And then from that point forward, you can either start your great works or you can just continue to export, and you'll have pretty much an endless supply of money that you can just do whatever you want with. I know I said I was going to stop at 10,000 an hour, but you guys get the idea. You know, add more residential, add some more commercial. I mean, this pretty much sums it up. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This one is a lot longer than the other videos that I've put out. Let me know what you like. I mean, do you guys like the short, quick videos, the wham, bam, thank you, ma'am type videos, or do you like something like this where I actually go ahead and I step-by-step show you what it's going to take to achieve your goals? Just let me know down in the comment sections below, and I will talk to you guys later. I'm out.